The first reason I never eat breakfast, and probably this goes for you too, you wake up and for that first half hour, that first hour of the morning, I'm just not hungry. I'm tired. I just woke up, I'm just getting going. My system's getting going. I don't wake up out of bed and all of a sudden I'm just like wide awake, ready to eat, ready to consume. I like to wake up and ease into my morning. And so waking up and eating breakfast right away, I think that's just like something that society has instilled in us. When we grew up going to school, we'd wake up, we'd have our cereal, and then we'd have to get on the bus and head to class. We can't be late for school, right? So wake up and eat. But now times have changed. I think more people are becoming aware that it's probably a bit healthier to give yourself more time to ease into the morning, not wake up and eat even though you're still tired. So that's number one. I'm just not hungry. And what goes along with that is when I don't eat first thing in the morning, and again, you're probably the same way. When you wake up and you don't eat first thing in the morning, you're actually much more productive. If I sit down and read first thing in the morning, I grab a nice book and I just start reading, I'm actually able to focus so much more on each word, on each sentence, and really clearly visualize what the author is saying, really get a visual for what I'm reading, and actually be able to pay attention to what I'm reading. But as soon as I eat something and then go back to reading, my focus just isn't there. I'd rather be doing something else, So it's almost like once you get started consuming food, it's almost like that consumption part of the brain kind of prevents us from being on a different wavelength, and we'd rather just it's much easier to slack off once you've had food, put it that way. At least I find that true for myself. Once I have some food, my willpower is a little lower, and I'm able to just slack off and just not be as focused, not be as disciplined. I find that for me, food is a great reward, whether that's after a workout or whether that's after getting a lot of work done first thing in the morning. I like to use food as a reward. And I don't mean to say that to say like, oh, you should only eat to reward yourself. You shouldn't eat if you haven't done anything. But I think for me, the way I've set up my life, and I know a lot of people are like this as well, when they wake up, the mornings is like the best time to get work done. And if you eat first thing in the morning, it can really throw you off track. You can really dismantle your focus. So if you're finding that you're just unable to focus first thing in the morning, you're not able to get much work done, try skipping breakfast and just going those first 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of the day, just working, just getting stuff done. The third reason why I really like to skip breakfast, and I think a lot of people could benefit from skipping breakfast as well, is just that when you have breakfast, you're essentially breaking your fast. Your fast begun when you finish eating dinner the night before. And there are numerous studies, there are countless studies on the benefits of fasting, the benefits of water fasting, the benefits of all sorts of fasting, dry fasting, juice fasting, whatever, urine fasting, urine therapy, which I'm not too much into myself, but that's another video for another time. I know some people are. But there are so many benefits that people write books about them. People write books with the benefits of water fasting. People go to retreats for a water fast. They come back, they've healed all sorts of symptoms and ailments just from letting the body do its thing, just from letting the body heal itself. So our body wants to heal, it wants to regenerate. And we must allow it to do so. You can't force the body, you can't stimulate the body into healing itself. People talk about certain foods being healing foods. Certain foods that might be considered healing foods simply because they allow the body to heal itself. They don't get in the way. But there's no food that's going to stimulate healing. There's no food that's going to flick the switch and just make your body magically heal. Yeah, foods have antioxidants, foods have minerals, foods have phytonutrients, and foods have all sorts of phytochemicals, meaning plant chemicals, that we haven't even researched yet, that we don't know much about. But the truth is, when you cut your finger and it's cut open and you don't eat for 2 days, your skin is still going to heal, your finger's still going to heal. This body heals itself. You don't need to eat a blueberry to heal your finger. The body's going to do it itself. It's going to take care of itself. The food's either going to allow the body to do its thing or it's not. And that's really important to know, because when you wake up first thing in the morning and your body's still in that fasting state, just know that your willpower is actually highest first thing in the morning. So if you don't need to eat first thing in the morning, why would you? Why not just take advantage of that boosted willpower that you have first thing in the morning and just don't eat, just get some work done and get the benefits of the body doing its thing with the healing and the regeneration of your cells. So that's important to know, and that's one great reason why I love fasting in the morning, because it's so easy to do. Why not? Why not get the benefits of fasting knowing that you're still going to be able to eat just a couple hours later, So that's a good little reason right there. And then the last reason is because when you stop eating dinner the night before, like let's say you stop eating dinner at 8 p.m. Doing math on camera, by the way, is not my strong suit, but let's say you stop eating dinner at 8 p.m. Well, guess what happens 6 hours after you stop eating dinner? Do you know what happens? Your insulin, if you're a healthy individual, your insulin will return back down to baseline, because it has to go up in the first place when you eat the dinner. So at 8 p.m. your insulin's quite high because you say dinner, and then 6 hours later, which is about 2 a.m., your insulin's back down to baseline. From 2 a.m. onwards, your body's starting to release human growth hormone. And for the next 18 to 20 hours, your body's going to continue to release a flood of human growth hormone. So if you can somehow go 18 to 20 hours each day without eating, you're going to maximize that human growth hormone release. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to allow you to maintain muscle mass that you put on in the gym. It's going to allow you to look younger, and it's going to allow you to just feel stronger, be stronger, and it's going to just allow you to get by without eating so much food. There are a lot of people who think they need to eat a lot more than they really do. And perhaps they do need to eat a lot more because they're just simply trying to gain weight for the sake of gaining weight, to put on extra pounds, put on extra kilograms. So if that's your only goal, if your only goal is to gain weight, then sure, eat more food. But if you want to look good naked, if you want to look great naked at any age, if you want to actually have some muscle definition, then what you want is muscles, and you want low body fat percentage. And the way to get low body fat percentage is to let human growth hormone do its thing. When human growth hormone comes onto the scene, it eats up body fat. So you're able to get a lot leaner a lot quicker than you would otherwise. In fact, the only other way of dropping body fat, if you're not going to be doing intermittent fasting really, the only other way of dropping body fat percentage is by doing a ton of cardio. So if you don't want to do a ton of cardio to burn up body fat, just do intermittent fasting. Let the human growth hormone do its thing. You go to the gym, you lift weights, do your squats, do your yoga, do your strength training, do your push-ups, do your handstands, whatever you want to do. And then just let human growth hormone do its thing. You don't need to go do a ton of cycling and running and swimming to burn body fat. In fact, some of the leanest people in the world are just bodybuilders. They're bodybuilders. They're not triathletes. Triathletes typically, or even marathon runners, don't have as low body fat percentages as bodybuilders. And bodybuilders don't really do much cardio. Bodybuilders, they lift heavy weights, they put on size. Your body fat percentage drops when you put on more muscle. As soon as you start putting on more muscle, body fat percentage drops, especially when you've got human growth hormone coming onto the scene. And again, that human growth hormone can only really get released when you're not eating. As soon as you eat food, human growth hormone ceases to be released, insulin comes up. It's going to take you now 6 hours to get that release of human growth hormone again. So, hope you got something from this video. If you did, great, give it a thumbs up, appreciate it. And if you're interested in doing a raw food challenge with me, check out the link in the description to join the 30-day raw food challenge. All right, peace out, much love, and adios. I'll see you in the next video.